Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is 9:25 in the morning. I slept until like 8:40, which was a little bit later than I expected, and there's a bee on the outside of the window. That had nothing to do with anything. I'm just really glad it's on the outside, not the inside. Welcome to year 5 of daily vlogging. Anyway, yes, it is 9:25. My apprenticeship starts in half an hour, and I'm gonna try to reply to as many people on Twitter as possible before my apprenticeship, and then I will hopefully continue it a little bit afterwards. Why does my hair look like that? Sorry, I just washed it, and it looks like that. Anyway, and then in between, after my class, and I have a, well, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Today I also have to go to the store, and I have to go to the store, and I have to go to the bank, or I would like to go to the bank. So I was debating if I'm gonna do that in between, because I have a breaking character interview today as well at 1:30. So I was debating between if I wanted to do that in between the two, but I might feel a little too pressed for time. So I might just instead finish replying to everyone on Twitter in that hour and a half in between, and then go from there. So my class went well. I ran to the store and the bank in between. Now I'm about to hop on my Zoom breaking character interview today for my guest that will be not this week, but wait, not this week, not the next week, but the next week. The last week of April. I got a vlog. I'm doing the rewrites. That's what's happening. Okay. That's what's happening right now. I've done a horrible job of vlogging today. I'm very sorry. It's because I'm focusing on doing another style vlog, like a much shorter vlog for that I'm gonna put on my social medias to detail in these days of the rewrites, to, you know, help document this process without giving, you know, any information away, just kind of saying like, hey, this is the process though, because I've never seen anything like that, and I think I would have appreciated seeing something like that, and I still would now, because there's always time for this deal to fall through, even though there's a contract with it. I prepare myself every single day to get an email and be like, just kidding, or to get an email, whatever. Like, I prepare all
Hey everyone, my name is Jordan Page. I'm a screenwriter, and I just recently sold my first screenplay. Today starts rewrites, and I wanted to document the process. I started off the day with a Zoom meeting for my apprenticeship, and then I had to run to the store, and then I also had to make a quick stop at the bank. Then I went back home, and I had an interview for the talk show that I host. Yesterday, I did an outline of the first draft so I could remind myself what happened, and today I did the beat sheet outline of the new draft. This is a time lapse of me working on that. I know I look a little strange, but you know what? I'm focused and it doesn't really matter. I finished that at about 7:05, and then I hopped into actually writing. I started up a complete new draft for this. This was me figuring out the arc of my character finally, and then this is me thinking I have a really good idea for something that happens later in the script. Finished off at page 34 at around 11 p.m. tonight, and tomorrow is when I will pick back up, so I'll see you then. So as I mentioned earlier, I have been documenting also today, and I'm going to be doing it for the few days of rewrites, how the rewrite process is going, and be posting them on my other social media, since I don't post my vlogs on anywhere except for YouTube. So yes, I apologize that for the next few days probably these vlogs might be a little lackluster, but I got a good chunk of rewriting done today. Granted, it was the beginning of the script, which has the least amount of rewrites necessary. There are other parts throughout the script that I can really just copy and paste a scene, but it needs to be in a different place. But where I left off tonight, and where I will then pick up tomorrow, is when rewrites start getting a tiny bit heavier, or they really start getting heavier, you know, going into more scenes and either completely rewriting some, or really needing to work things around. But I mean, I have a plan for them, so it's not like I'm going in going, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just, you know, time consuming it. But thankfully, I always say it as the characters are talking to me. They are loud and clear still. I'm not struggling to write any of them. In fact, I actually feel like I know them a little bit better now. My two main characters, in fact, I looked back at their descriptions,
And I went, you know what? That's not actually who they are. That's not who they show they are through the rest of the script. And so I've been rearranging their dialogue and working it around, and I'm like, that's who they are. That fits better with them. And yeah, sorry. I think hopefully the writers or the producers will like it. It doesn't change too much. It just, for the main character, it makes their character arc a little bit more prominent. I didn't realize it, but I hadn't fully found their character arc until I started working today, and I went, oh, that's what it is. And so it doesn't change it, not really at all completely. It just changes their personality a little bit. Originally they were a little bit more sarcastic, and now they're not nearly as sarcastic. And so there's also been times in the script I look at a line and I'm like, wait a second, why does that character say that? That doesn't sound like something they'd say. And so I switch it and I'm like, okay, that sounds a lot better. So yeah, I mean, overall it's going really well, and it's very exciting. I made it to page 34 today. 34 out of 104, but we're hoping to pare down the 104 to maybe be more around 90, 95. So at least that's what I'm aiming for. So yeah, that's like a third of the way through then. But the next 2/3 are the heaviest parts, especially when it comes to the last third. That has the biggest. But since it is like a total rewrite for those parts, it's actually not as much, because as I said, I already know what needs to happen. So with this, it's kind of like playing around with, I've got to copy some stuff, paste some other stuff, and kind of move it all around. So I guess the second third of this, the middle of it, is going to be a little bit harder, which makes sense because that's the second act, and the second act is usually the longest and is the most involved. So anyway, I'm going to head to bed. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Social media is in the description. Love you all.